Guys, it's been a while, so just wanted to rant about my recent new role as a mid-level software engineer at a startup in Japan. So just wanted to say it's been tough. Like, it's not been easy. Like, it's been a month and a half and I already feel quite burned out. And I kind of like, till now when I was working, I didn't realize like the concept of burnout. Like, I read about it and I watched a lot of YouTube videos on burnout and how people talk about like they hit a point where they just don't feel like coding anymore, or they just don't want to like do anything anymore. They just want to take a long break and it takes a while to come out of it. I'm slowly starting to feel that a little bit, even though it's just been a month and a half. But my new role kind of is quite intense in terms of like the number of things I got to do. So I'm feeling a bit of burnout, I guess. Like, I mean, so far I just read and watched it, but now I sort of feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see the point where I feel like, oh damn, I don't want to open my computer and look at VS Code or just open anything just for a while. So the company I'm in, it is a startup. It's a startup in Japan, so it is a Japanese startup. So means that they follow hardcore Japanese culture in terms of like the working environment. Of course, there's things like flex time where you can to make kind of your own work schedule. You start at a certain time and get out at a certain time. But at the same time, it's one of those unspoken rules where, not unspoken, but you can use the flex time, but you're not recommended to in a way. Like, if you use it then too much, then people are gonna be looking at you and the people are gonna be judging and stuff like that. So I'm slowly starting to notice that, because as a person, I'm very binary. Like, I guess by binary I mean like it's either yes or no. So in the past, when I started working, I always made my conditions clear, whether this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I will not do. So, but here I realized that it doesn't work that way. So in the Japanese environment, also prior to this, I was in a much bigger Japanese company, but I was working with only international engineers. So the environment was quite different, and I didn't have to worry too much about the Japanese cultural, like the cultural aspect of Japan and how to kind of conduct yourself. But after joining in a proper Japanese company, now I'm beginning to see like all the like small nuances and all the tiny details you gotta keep in mind. It's not just about just getting in the office and just coding, but you gotta keep in mind what time you leave your office and how you behave. And even if you don't have to use keigo, which is like the Japanese formal sort of pattern of speaking, you still gotta show some respect to your executives, or like maybe leave at the same time or after them, not like before them. But I mean, these small things are noticed. I'm starting to begin to realize that. I think I was very chill up till now. Yeah, so I'm like slowly people are starting to notice that, oh, okay, this guy behaves a bit differently. Maybe he was like, I behave like a foreigner. I am a foreigner, but I mean, yeah, you get what I mean. But so like, it has been quite stressful, but at the same time, I am learning a lot, so I'm kind of thankful for that. But at the same time, I do see like why many foreigners don't prefer to work in a Japanese company where the environment is also very Japanese and they got that Japanese etiquette and all that cultural stuff that is sort of also part of their day-to-day. I mean, that's how they kind of operate. So like, that's like, they maintain that and they operate. So I kind of see why foreigners don't prefer that, because it's definitely not for everyone. Because the learning curve on that is a bit steep. Because it's something that even if you read in a book or if you watch a video, it's really hard to pick up. Like, I feel like you gotta live it, you gotta struggle with it a little bit, and you gotta kind of get through, then you slowly start getting hints better. Because right now, I'm like, I think it's been only 2 months, and I'm slowly starting to get, like, when people say something, what did they actually mean? And like, you know, the concept of like kuki-ome, or like you read between the lines, that's so like bloody important, which I'm starting to get a little bit. It's definitely gonna take me some time. So, because it's like an additional step that most of us don't feel is important, but in a Japanese setting is quite important. Like, usually, like if you're an engineer, you'll be just going, coding, get your task done, get out, and that's pretty much it. Like, and get your code reviews done and everything. You don't have to worry too much about um, like the type of communication you're conducting. And I mean, of course, you gotta communicate openly, but at the same time, how you communicate matters. To who are you communicating? That also matters. Like the level of respect or the level of you cannot be too chill. That's what I realized. Like, even if you finish the task, I feel like you gotta show that you're ready for the next task. Like, you already thought like 10 or 20 steps ahead about the next task or the next tasks, next to next task. So I'm kind of beginning to realize that it's not just one task at a time. So you gotta plan well ahead if you're working for like a Japanese company, because they like to see people that that are always thinking about the future. That's what I realized. At least show that they're thinking about the future, even if you don't have any plan or any idea, like me, most likely. So before, I used to be like a one task kind of guy. I finish my task, then I worry about the next later. But now I'm starting to like plan out whole architectural patterns of like possible future tasks and how can I improve a certain part of an application or within the company. Just so I have, because it's a startup environment, so I'm beginning to see like have to do a lot of thinking outside just my role. So basically, maybe I can have to impact towards the sales side, how I can impact on the business side. So I'm guessing a lot of these things are like starting to add on, and I kind of realized that definitely it's what's driven me to be a little burned out right now. That's for sure. It's not easy. Like, mentally, it has been pretty tough because a lot of new stuff that I didn't do before just came onto me altogether, and didn't really have that much like support in terms of like a good mentorship, because they don't really have that much documentation to go about. So I had to do a lot of the things on my own. So definitely that sort of added to more to the burnout kind of situation, I would say. But at the same time, I am learning quite a lot, and they're giving me a lot of opportunities to kind of excel at the things I do, and they're giving me time to kind of catch on a little bit. But let's see how it goes, because I just started it. It's been 2 months, still new to the role, and I guess at one point what I realized is just about hustling. I guess it's all in the mind. But yeah, for sure, make sure to take breaks, guys. Like, I mean, it's very important to take breaks, because sometimes when I just keep at it, like entire weeks, if you just focus, like, even if you do 9 to 5 or like 9 to 11 or 10 hours straight every day, just the next week, even if you have a long weekend, the next week you don't feel like opening the computer. Like last week was very tough for me, and like today, Monday, first day of the week, when I tried to open my computer, Jesus, I felt like shutting that thing down, tossing it in the garbage can. As soon as I saw I don't know, like an error on my code or something like that, a deployment gone wrong, or God knows. But yeah, burnout is real, man. Burnout is totally real. I respect everyone who makes those videos on burnout, trying to explain it, how it works, how to deal with it. Definitely, like, I totally respect that. Yeah, for sure, like, keep you guys updated how I deal with the situation and how I can evolve my career. And if you have any solutions for burnout, let me know. It's definitely gonna help me a lot. Yeah, peace.